It's hard to believe that we're halfway done our Romans series together, but we still have a lot to talk about. This is week 6, and we are in Romans chapter 8. So go ahead and read Romans 8, 31 through 39, and then come on back here and we'll talk about it. Romans 8, 31 through 39 is one of those core Christian passages of theology. Many of us have some of these verses memorized because they are so central to who we are as Christians. And the reason this passage is so central is because it comes at the corner of God's love for us and God's power to actually help us. Those two things converge in this passage together. And what Paul does to make that reality more evident to those of us reading Romans is that he makes it this big crescendo moment. Paul says, look, who are the things that could separate us from God? Who are the people that could do it? What are the things that could do it? And he builds with question after question after question, making a crescendo to help us see there are so many things that might have the power to do this. But then at the end in verse 39, Paul drops the hammer and says there are all those things that could do it. There's all those things that might have the power to separate us from God, but they really can't. That there is nothing in all creation that has the power to separate us from God's love. That God both deeply loves us and has the power to actually help us. And that reality is the central reality of our morning, that nothing can separate us from God's love. Not the actions of Satan, not the things that we do, not the world around us. God loves us, and nothing we do can change that. But we have to live into that reality. We have to say, yes, God, I understand that you love me. And yes, God, I am willing to respond to your love. I am willing to share that love with others. I am willing to live my life on the basis of the way that you showed me. And I am doing that because I am responding to the love that you showed me first. This passage is an amazing passage. This text is an amazing text for this week, and we really want you to dig down on the idea that nothing can separate us from God's love. I'm looking forward to meeting with you next week and hearing more about how you talked about this idea that we cannot be separated from the love of God.